We've got another dear friend that is coming to the microphone right now, and his name is Mark Hagar. Mark Hagar is a lifelong resident of Fort Wayne and a serial entrepreneur. He has acquired and started over a dozen businesses in the last 15 years. His current holdings include specialized printed products, e-magic, and Geyer instructional products. Mark serves as the Vice Chairman of the Indiana Leadership Council of the National Federation of Independent Business, is a former faculty lecturer at the University of St. Francis and Ivy Tech Community College, and the former co-host of Your Business Matters, a small business-themed radio talk show. He is a certified turnaround professional who works with financially distressed companies and holds an MBA from Indiana Tech. In 2009, Mark founded Rain Indiana, an angel investment firm that supports Northeast Indiana technology startups and invests in a local entrepreneurship. Mark and his family are members of St. Vincent de Paul Catholic Church. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Hagar.
Good morning. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I want to praise God for holding off the rain for a little more. I'm proud to be a small business owner here in Fort Wayne, and I'm very grateful to live in a community that supports their small business, and I thank all of you for your part in that as well. As an entrepreneur, you can imagine that I shared in the shock and disappointment of millions of other American entrepreneurs when President Obama recently told us that we didn't build our businesses.
You built that.
Actually in that speech he said two things. He said we didn't build our business, and he also said that if we were successful that we didn't do it alone. And of course we didn't. I don't know of a single small business owner who's ever suggested that his success came by his own hand alone. As for me, I have dozens of former and current employees whose dedication and hard work contributed greatly to the success of my businesses, and I am grateful for every hour and every effort that they gave me. We have hundreds of suppliers, mostly small businesses, who give us the products and services that we need to be successful, and I'm grateful to them. We have thousands of customers who reward our excellence with their loyalty and their hard-earned dollars, and of course I'm grateful to them. But none of them, the employees, the suppliers, our customers, none of them are the federal government. And I'm glad for that. When the President of the United States tells us that we didn't build our business, it diminishes the risk we take and the sacrifices we make. It's a comment made by a man who's never had the pressure and pleasure of signing the front side of a paycheck. And it demonstrates his ignorance of what it takes to be successful in business in America. Barack Obama is a man of humble beginnings who ascended to the highest seat in the land. And that is a great story. That's a uniquely American story, but it's only one American story. We all have our own American story. Mine is the story of being the youngest of 4 children born to a telephone operator and a barber. My parents never had a lot, but they worked hard, and they sacrificed, and they saved. And eventually, my dad opened his own barbershop. It was small and humble, but it was his. And it provided for our family. It put a roof over our head and food on our table. And it was at that table that I learned my first lessons about entrepreneurship. Sitting with my dad at that table, watching him try to figure out how to bring in a few more customers or save a few dollars, how to pay his taxes, and still provide a better life for his children, that's where I saw a man build his business. My parents burst with pride when I was the first in my family to graduate from college. And I'm grateful for the education I received. But I never had a class in college that showed me the things that I learned at that table with my father. Every American story is unique, and none is more or less important than another. But it is beneath the office of the President of the United States to belittle another American story. When Barack Obama suggests that I didn't build my business, It makes a mockery of the life I've chosen and the history I've lived. And I'm insulted by his arrogance. I'm insulted for myself and the millions of other American entrepreneurs who go to work every day trying to build a better life for their families. I'm insulted for those who tried and failed, the people who took the risk and made the sacrifice and still came up short. I'm offended for tomorrow's entrepreneurs, those people with an idea and a dream and a willingness to sacrifice and a desire to build something of their own. And I'm offended for yesterday's entrepreneurs, those American risk takers who came before us building their businesses and building this nation, especially for my father. This president uses divisiveness as his primary leadership tactic. He seeks to demonize American business owners as selfish and greedy. He seeks to victimize female Americans by creating and perpetuating an illusionary conservative war on women. And now he seeks to trivialize our religious institutions and marginalize those of us who choose to live by our faith, all in the guise of a healthcare reform. Make no mistake, the healthcare mandate is not about healthcare at all. This is a test of the very boundaries of this administration. They want to see how far they can bend America. How far can they bend the Congress and the Supreme Court and the American voter? I'm here to say, we will bend no more. The abortion and birth control clause in the healthcare mandate is meant specifically to bend the Catholic Church. It is proof of concept of their boundless authority. And if this nation is allowed to prevail on this issue, to override the very concept of religious freedom in America, then there is no limit to their reach. Freedom of religion is the founding freedom of this nation. And for more than 200 years, millions of Americans have stood to protect that freedom. And so we stand today, united in our belief that the beacon of freedom that defines America shines bright and will be protected. Seeing all of you here today fills me with confidence. I'm confident that in matters of religious conflict, that fate favors the faithful. I'm confident in the American system of political justice and the hearts of America's voters. Our hope for change is found in the voting booth. The ballot is our salvation as long as we vote. And we have to encourage others to vote as well. And when we do that, I'm confident that this administration will be beat and our liberties will remain intact. I look forward to the coming election, and I especially look forward to adding Barack Obama's name to the all too long list of America's unemployed.
Thank you very much, Mark.